How different would you say that the room has been this year without Jaylen and Jabari and you kind of having to be the role leader and the guy with the most experience in the room?
It's definitely been a little different in terms of culture. We're establishing a new identity, Obviously, we've been in that room kind of since Coach Heupel's been here, you know what I'm saying? So, last year was a little easier to share that workload with them, but now you have to be more intentional and more detailed, having the most experience. A lot of people not really having experience at all. So just being a motivator and make sure I'm being the same person every day, but just taking the role I had last year, just taking it to a new level.
With Cam kind of working his way back, just kind of how confident are you in guys like Deshaun Bishop, Khalifa Keys, and those guys behind him?
Oh yeah, it's good. They show themselves every single day. From last spring to this spring, going into this fall camp, they take advantage of every opportunity. The mindset they come in with every single day. I don't question at all the work ethic they'll have. So it'll just be about getting game reps at that point. But I know they'll be ready.
How important is it for those younger guys in the running back room to develop at kind of an exponential rate to be able to give you guys depth behind you and Cam?
No, it's definitely good. Getting those reps in fall camp, that's important. All those. Coach does a good job with delegating those reps, but that's the closest they're going to get to, game day. But we do a good job. Coach Heupel does a good job just making sure everything is like game day, and we practice with that intensity. So they take the attention to detail well every single day. So I have no doubt in my mind, like I said, that they're going to show that on the field.
What do they need to demonstrate in camp to say that they're ready? Because, they're sort of taking over the role that you had. What do they need to show in camp?
Just basically that they could operate without coaches being out there. More than operate, but be kind of a game changer. Go in there, know their assignment, know where to get lined up. And then coach likes to say you can tell how you are when you're in the game, if the energy flows, if the energy changes. So if they're in the game and offense moving good, tempo's moving good, things like that, all indicators. How does the whole offense play when you're in the game? So it's just being detailed, being mature, no matter how old you are, and just going out there and attacking every single day.
Last year the snaps were split. They weren't in thirds, but they were pretty close to that. Is that when y'all are at your best? Like, should it be divided in that way this year, or should it be a lot of you and a little of somebody else?
That's not my call. That's a coach's call. I think last year was a unique position. You don't really run into that much in college football, and we talked about that. But you see it, like some more programs are lucky enough to have like one or two guys, but I believe any one of us could have started at any single time if you needed to, and there would have never been like any drop off. But that's a unique situation. I don't think that happens much, but it's not my call to say how much they should play other people or how much they should play me. I just go out there and compete my best. And, I obviously don't want to get taken.
A lot of people looked at that Kentucky game, particularly the second half, and said that's when you showed you can do it every play, touch the ball every play, not come out of the game. Did it show that to you, or did you already know you could do that?
I knew that before. I had that confidence in myself starting the season. I just told myself I'd be ready for every single opportunity that was given to me, every single play, every moment. So I think it showed a lot of other people, but something that I already knew. I just needed the plan and the platform.
What areas of your game did you focus on this offseason?
Route running, doing more out of the slot. Pass protection when you can. It's hard to do that when you're not actually practicing though. But and just actually heightening my IQ of the game itself. I feel like a lot of running back stuff is secondhand nature once you continue to practice it. So I began to learn what everybody else does around me, especially defenses, so that it can make me a better player while I'm in the backfield.
How do you kind of recreate a culture inside a room when there are a lot of young guys coming in?
You take the culture that's already been established by Coach Heupel, the overall culture, and then, obviously since I've been a part of it, that 22-year, great year. Last year was a good year too, but you take that culture that we've been established and, you invite them into it, it's just willingly, and eventually, they'll buy in, and it didn't take long to buy in. Like Peyton got here, even when he was hurt in the spring, he was locked in, ready to go. You could tell he has a fire in him. He's ready to get out there and get some practice, get some snaps in, So I think more so just outside of our room, the culture that we influence as a team just transcends into every single room. So it made it easier. I didn't have to do much but be myself.
What stands out to you about Deshaun Bishop?
Just his calmness and composure and probably his mentality, you know. He got like a dog mentality. He don't say much. He gonna go out there and he gonna play with passion and energy every single play. And that goes unnoticed to a lot of people who probably don't know a lot about him. He's not, you know, he's a Knoxville kid, but got hurt last year. But man, like, you don't got to worry about him. Tough, you know what I'm saying? He gonna give his all every single play, and he gonna be that tough running back that you need.
What did you see from Cam, despite having to deal with an injury and rehab throughout the offseason?
Just seeing him mature in many different ways. He was kind of in that role that Jabari was in last year, same shoulder, but locked into the meetings, asking questions. You know, when he did get a chance to come out there and watch practice, he was into it and helping, and you know what I'm saying? So he's always locked in and really preparing himself for a moment that he doesn't have to get back to a point where he feel like he dropped off, you know. I have no doubt in my mind when he gets back rolling, he's going to be ready to go because that's how he handled the whole offseason.
No longer having someone to look up to in terms of experience, having more experience than you in the room, were you kind of prepared for that adjustment, and how much of an adjustment has that been?
I would say I prepared for that adjustment because although we had Jabari and Wright last year, they were both kind of quiet at times, you know what I'm saying? Wright spoke out when he really needed to, and Jabari, you know what I'm saying, he's a more one-on-one guy. So last year I was kind of in that role with the whole team too, where I did speak. That's just my mentality. So I think I was ready for that role and even a bigger role when it comes to the leadership on the team. I knew that was coming, so I prepared myself for that before even last season started.
When you look back last year, how would you grade your pass protection?
I actually saw a lot of improvement in my pass protection. A lot of people don't know what goes in and what goes out, who actually is my guy that I need to block, and who the offensive line IDs. If you want to go back and look at the film, there was no real bust from me in pass protection. That was my job, but it may look like that, you know, but we all play as one team, and if the quarterback gets touched, that's on all of us. But a lot of people don't see the work that I put in, and the intentionality that I took from my freshman year to my sophomore year, and the steps that I'm gonna take this year in pass protection, because it's easy to just sit back from the TV and, you know, when you don't know what's going on and say somebody messed up. You don't know the idea of the plays, but you know, we'll show y'all again this year that we're gonna do a great job protecting Nico and keeping him up so he can throw the ball all over the field.
Does that kind of rile you up when you hear people talk about pass protection?
A little bit, you know what I'm saying? You let it get to you enough to where it motivates me, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just like, people gonna talk, people gonna speak. I try not to look at it, you know, because my coaches know what I do. Coach Hype has actually, you know, commented on my pass protection multiple times, I think at SEC Media Day too. Told the strides that I took in pass pro, so all I care about is the comments from my coaches, you know. So if I'm on the right page and they tell me I'm on the right page, then I'm on the right page.
What about the rest of your game? What have you done to sort of be ready for what should be, I would think, a lot more work this year, right?
Yeah. Well, first of all, putting on weight. I'm around like 201, 202 consistently. So that'll be good just in terms of longevity of the season.
You were what last year?
Last year I was 190 the whole season. So I put on about 11 pounds after the season. So that was like a big thing. Then, like I said, route running, being able to use me in different aspects of the game. I would work on my second level moves a lot, just make it harder for me to tackle. And like I said, also sharpening my IQ of the game. So I, know what everybody else is doing around me makes me better as a player.
What have you seen from Nico in terms of that too? That he's obviously trying to do that to grasp everything about the offense. How's that process gone?
Man, just great. He accepted that role. I think you saw a little glimpse of it in the bowl game. He's very calm for the situation that he's in. Last year he was a freshman. He'll be like a redshirt freshman this year, obviously, but just calm, humble player who's taken up a more leadership role. He's one of those quiet guys, but he's been accepting that role even more, even though he's young. But his attention to detail, how much he works. Every time I walk in the building, I always see him in Coach Halsley's office, talking about football, going over football. So he's ready, he's locked in, and I have no doubt in my mind. What I'm saying? We all work together as a team. We're gonna make this go.
What do you think? What do you think he can be as a player this year?
I think he'd be really dynamic, not just a role player. I think he could really have the potential to take over as this offense, and you need a quarterback to do that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we need to help him. It's going to be times where it's going to be a lot of new things for him just because the experience look. But I think he could be one of those quarterbacks like you've seen over past years who get opportunities when they're young, and I think he could be not just a good player but a playmaker nationally.
Dylan, do you know the game start bench cut? You heard of that before?
Start bench cut, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that with Tennessee jerseys.
Okay.
The ones you have on right now.
Okay.
Smoky grays, all black.
For the sake of the fans, I'm gonna start this one so nobody comes at me. Traditional jersey. Start this one. Now you said which one?
All black, smoky grays.
I ain't gonna lie. I might have to start this jersey, bench the black jersey, and cut the smoky grays. Even though it hurts me. Something about dark mode, I just love it though.
Appreciate it.
The new EA game, what was the first play that you played, and then also Dynasty mode, how's it been for you? What team are you? And just give me your whole overall experience.
The first play that I did, inside zone. Duh, with Tennessee, I wanted to see how I moved. Wanted to see how I ran the ball. But Dynasty's been fun. You know, been playing with, obviously I use Tennessee. But we all play together too, all our teammates and stuff like that. So it's just fun. It's actually crazy. You used to have to wait till you get to the NFL to be in the game, but it's crazy looking at yourself and seeing how much they actually got right. Like, they got everybody dripped to the T. Like, but that was fun though.
Do you think your overall should be better? Are you working on getting your overall better, and what is it?
I'm not too worried about what a game says. I actually thought it was higher than what it would be just because people like to underrate me. But I think my strength was a little low. I think they just had to take away from some category. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead in real life and play real football, you know, and then I think everybody else will see that.
As a vet, how has it been mentoring the younger backs?
Oh, it's been great. Just they come in ready today. They make it easy. They come in every single day ready to work. In meetings, real mature, take notes. Out on the field, they push me to be my best, you know. So it just takes nothing for me to walk in and be the same person every single day and just get that work ethic. So they make it easy.
Dylan, are you keeping up with Joe or Jaylen or any of those other guys as they're kind of going through their NFL journeys right now and just kind of watching that from afar?
Yeah, definitely. I you know, finding times to hit them up with all our schedules is kind of hard, but I definitely, you know, see what they're doing on social media. I had the opportunity to talk to Jabari and just ask him how's it been for him and keeping up with Wright and Joe. But yeah, so man, I'm wishing the best for them. I'm praying for them because I know they all ballers.
They say that Jaylen and that Miami offense and just with